Okay, there are two things that I want you to do this week. And the first one is the exercise you're doing now. Do this first. The second one you're going to be doing is drawing a roll of toilet paper. So you're going to apply your knowledge here to a drawing. You will photograph both and upload both to Schoology to be turned in. Okay? So let's start with this drawing exercise. You need a straight edge, all right? If you have a ruler, better yet, but you don't have to use a ruler, use your straight edge. You're going to start out by drawing yourself hold your paper horizontally or landscape, okay? So turn your paper long ways. Then you're going to take your ruler and draw yourself a very light line all the way across your paper. It doesn't have to be perfectly horizontal or anything like that. Try to make it as level as possible, okay? Then you're going to take this little square that you have, and you're going to hold it on the top, okay, in the corner here, on that line, kind of like this is a ledge, and you're going to take these little squares and trace them all the way across your paper. Now, I don't know what size your square is. Hopefully you can fit 8 across. If you have a larger square, well, then I guess you're going to do less squares. But you're going to start off by making yourself a line across the top, and then you're going to draw yourself a line going down. All right? To make this look neat, let's do it a quicker way. Let's make myself a line here and hold my ruler all the way across my paper so that I have the perfect even height all the way across. It might be that, you move your square up and down, and in your drawing, we don't want it to be high, low, high, low. That would look bad. It's bad enough that I'm a little unlevel here. Okay? So there's square number 1, square number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I almost fit 8. Okay, so I have 8 squares across my paper. Remember that little drawing graph that we drew last time? Okay, can't find it off the top of my head. It's over here. A little scatterbrained sometimes. Where we talked about pencil grades. Okay, what you're going to do is take the darkest pencil that you have and fill this one in corner to corner, edge to edge. The darkest pencil I have is that ebony one, okay? It might say layout on it. So you're going to take this square and you're going to fill it in evenly. I'm pressing pretty hard, okay? All the way across. I'm staying in the lines. I'm being super neat. This does not take a lot of skill. It just takes patience and being careful, okay? Edge to edge, corner to corner, evenly done all the way across, okay? So that is my darkest value. What you're going to do is make a chart of values. So that is my darkest value. The next one, I'm going to make a little bit lighter. I'm going to switch over to my darker pencils. I'm going to grab the 6B because that's the one I have, my darkest one, okay, besides the ebony. And now I'm going to fill this one in a little less pressure, edge to edge, corner to corner. Don't want to see streaks. Don't want to see stripes. Okay, filling it all in. I know it's boring watching somebody color. Okay, so that's the next value. The next one, I'm going to get a little bit lighter. I'm using the same pencil. Now I'm changing pressure, making this one a tad bit lighter. I'm still using a 6B. Now I could use the same pencil all the way across. I could keep going and just changing pressure. But if you have a variety of pencils, it might make your life a little bit easier. I'm going to do one more with that same pencil because I like how this one's blending for me. Edge to edge, corner to corner. Okay. In this one, I've got a little bit of a dark area here that I'm not happy with. So I'm going to use my little kneaded eraser and I'm going to lighten it up. I'm going to grab my pink one, clean up my edges. so that it's really, really neat. Okay. Okay, it looks a little better. I still have some stripes going on. So that one's a little bit lighter. I'm going to switch to my 2B pencil because that's the next one down in my range. And I'm going to go even lighter yet. Like I said, you don't have to switch pencils. You can still use the same one. You could use the layout one all the way across. Really makes no difference. Edge to edge, corner to corner, as careful as possible. You can see that when you overlap, you tend to get darker edges. So you got to be really careful and go back and clean that up. Okay. Do a little bit of rubbing, do a little bit of erasing, cleaning up my edges. I'm tapping with the pink one. Maybe that helps a little bit. Shake off my eraser. I'm getting a lot of it. Okay. Sticking with that 2B. And I'm going to do a little bit lighter. Oh my gosh, like barely touching the paper. We're trying to get an even gradation. You don't want to have like all of a sudden you've got dark and then it jumps to the super light. Okay, you want it to slowly get lighter, lighter, lighter across it. Okay, the next one is lighter yet. I'm going to switch to the 2H. Let's see what that does. Oh wow, it's super scratchy when I use it. I personally don't like H pencils. I'm a B person. Super, super, super light. Okay, and then that last one is as light as you can possibly make it. I've got a little fleck. I think I have a piece of eraser caught under my pen, under my paper, underneath here. That's what caused that little bump. Super, super light. So you get the point here. In fact, my camera's not even picking up my marks here that's going on in this last little square. Now, what am I going to be picky about? Okay, I'm going to be picky about if you have little, here I'm going to do it on purpose, stray lines that come out, things that come out. Yeah, I'm going to mark off for stuff like that. I want you to stay in the lines. I want you to be super neat. I want you to go in and clean up, or spend the time, act like you care, prove to me you care about your artwork, okay? Because this probably isn't going to be perfect. You're going to have areas where there's dark, okay? Especially in your corners or where things overlap. You want to try to lighten those. You don't want me counting off for that. You also want to make sure that your pencil is even. If you want to try using that blending stump, you could go in and rub it around, and it kind of helps move things around. Another thing that you could do if you didn't get a blending stump is you could take a tissue paper, like a piece of toilet paper or Kleenex, and wrap it around your finger and rub it, okay? And that will help it also. But then that has a little less control, and you'll have to go out and do some erasing around the edges when that happens, okay? So once you use this blending stump, though, you kind of have to keep going with it so that all your squares match. So keep that in mind. Test it on scrap paper first and see if you like it. Get it dirty, roll it around in the dirt, okay, before you go using it. Wear it down, okay? A brand new one is not always the best. Down below here, I want you to draw some forms, and I'm going to talk about that in the next video.